Hi there, gentlemen, ladies, fellow clansmen. James here at the Celtic Railroad. Again, we're doing track, but I ran into a hiccup. It seems like roadbed cork is as hard to find lately as hen's teeth. It's been on order from the hobby shop for about a year and a half. So I went to a local craft shop and bought some 12-inch by 12-inch cork board here. The only problem is it bends like a 2x4, not very well. So you may have to, cutting is easy enough, but to bend it, you're going to have to actually cut it in the shape that you want. So you may end up having a bunch of smaller pieces of cork as opposed to longer pieces that bend nicely. But it can be done. A little bit of persuasion and finessing will work out. So we're going to try doing some. I already cut a couple pieces to 2 inches wide, which is the same width as the cork bed. And we're going to lay out the template, draw the lines on it, and see how she works. Here's where we're going to start. The good old Sharpie works great for just this stuff. And we shall see what happens. Well, looks like if we cut them thin enough, they might actually bend. What we shall. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, I guess. Oops. I can just hear my brother. No, don't miss a slice of belly, Jim. Could be in trouble. That actually might work out. Wow, that seemed to work not too bad. Here we go. Oh. What a fun part. Laying track though is kind of like painting. You see the results right away, but you don't see laying down the base, building the table. But when you lay it down, all of a sudden, bang, it's there automatically, and you see it. So it's kind of a, what would you call it, inspiration, I guess, or validation that you got something done. People can come in and see it. One of the unsung jobs. But I think this piece could have been a little bit shorter. There, you got a good high view. And that's it. Now, I guess we could tack it down. There we go. This curve here, I'm hoping, will line up to that spot right down there. And then we'll have another loop inside. And Try this way. Much neater cut. Mucho better. There we go. Now, there we go. Look at that. Something I haven't realized. Filming yourself doing work and trying to get a good quality picture of you actually doing the work is work itself. Like, it's these guys that do all these repair jobs at their homes or whatever and have it filmed themselves. give them credit, because it's not as easy as it looks. Like, you want to give content, but you have to divide your attention between the camera and what you're doing, and making sure the camera has the angle of what you're doing. And then as soon as you move on a little bit more, all of a sudden you're on a camera angle, so you got to change the around again. So it makes you appreciate people who do it a lot more than I do. And I probably will be told about that too, but I don't care anymore. I'm having fun. But like I said, hats off to people who do this for, a lot of them actually do it for a living, whether it's fixing cars or doing construction work or building railroads just like this one here. But yeah, it's a lot of just start thinking about it, and it's kind of in the back of my mind. It takes a lot of. But anyways, I'm sitting back here looking at the layout. I gotta give you a good view of this thing. It looks impressive. There it is, the whole thing from back wall to the other wall. Here's where we're working here. And there it goes, way down there, and around, and there again. So, actually, there's quite a lot of work done and more to come. So, there we go. I'm going to tack down this rest of them down here, and then figure out the one line I got left to worry about, or think about, or whatever, what to do with it. But I got we have lots of content to come yet. So at this point, just remind everybody about my suggestions for the name of the town or village, what do you want to call it? Because I think it'd be fun to get some other ideas besides my own. And remember, everybody, it's your hobby. Do as you like. Think outside the box at times, because you may have to. But constantly remember to enjoy yourself. Thank you, and we'll see you again shortly. God bless everybody.